of you. I'm all about that revenue. Smooth in your ear, suave and debonair. I'm up in here, so take notes and watch me sink, they both. Who gives a care if you don't like me? Rest in peace, my cousin Mikey. I'm so lit, you wanna be like me in the future. Better have a down peace, my wifey. Sit the chaser, I'm...
That's right, that's right, that's right. Yes, it's a Thursday, the fly day. I'm Dr. Johnson, period. I got MFC, Big Freeze up in the building.
Big Freeze
yes.
with the muffin.
Salute.
Yes.
Oh,
How's
he got
everybody
breakfast.
doing? Yes, breakfast. Man, it's one of them days. Man. One of the days. I'm just doing clothes.
Election day.
Relax.
Yeah.
Yes, election. Get out there and get your votes right. We all need to be voting. Whichever way you voting, just make sure you're there in the building representing. Yes, we need all the representatives.
That's true.
Republicans got to step up this time.
Think so? Yeah. Hey,
I
second that. I second that. Yeah, I second that because the Democrats been playing around for too long.
Yep.
You know, not to mention they not respecting the peoples. They're not respecting the peoples at all. All that crazy stuff going on from gas on down to housing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the crimes and everything else that between the cops, the DA, and the judges, their hands are tied.
Hey, who's that?
In all different states, the judge, the police, the judges, and the DA office, because of the new bail reforms.
Yeah.
So
you blame that on the Democrats?
This is why. Definitely.
Okay.
Because each state really could go and, each state could definitely go in there and fix stuff. And that's why it's like for here, New York State itself is considered a Democratic state, but and that's not what they've been saying. People are tired of this stuff happening, and and the person that's running today, the Republican person, he said if he's elected day one, he's having that stuff changed, and that
what's his name?
You're not going to have someone Zeldin.
Okay.
The people are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
You can't ride the trains. You can't walk in the streets. And then you got people that they've been arrested 20 something times and they're still free. No bail.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The
society that's being the society that's being created right now is disastrous. It's deplorable. It's all these different things. Now, where are we gonna go? Where are we going if we keep a Democratic House right now?
Yeah. Nowhere good. That's for sure. Nowhere good.
And that's why, and one thing I'll say is in a lot of states that's Democrats, you have more Democrats than Republicans. So whenever a Republican wins, that means people have crossed lines.
This is where we're gonna be.
You get tired, like you said.
You keep messing with the Democrats. This is where we're gonna be. Okay, guys.
Well, there's that.
Damn sure how the future's looking.
Well, look at the one called Lawless Zone. It's in East Harlem. They showed a joke. They showed a junkie. It's called Junkie Haven, where the cops can't do anything. And and this is how it is. This is right here in New York.
Where's that at, MFC?
They're getting high. They're doing East. It's called in East Harlem. That's in East Harlem. Yep. So that's a shame because
but I thought Harlem was
they're robbing people. They're doing drugs right out there. But it's still, but they can't do anything because of these rules, these laws in place.
Yeah,
and because of that, you got to. It's a shame. I mean, Like 2 blocks over, it might have nice buildings, and look what you got. This is what you have to walk through to go places, and people are getting robbed and stabbed and attacked. You know, you don't even have to be in the subway anymore. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, it's the same way. If you go down the whole, that's what I've been telling people about, like the whole I-5 corridor, going from Washington State all the way down to Southern California. It's like that. Same way from Seattle to Portland to Sacramento, Oakland, LA. Same way. And then I see Philly is like that, real bad. And based off my experience a few years ago, Albuquerque, New Mexico, it's like that. Wakanda forever, by the way. And yeah, it's it's like that. It's like that. So there needs to be a lot of change going on. However, man, I think people just are lining their pockets. These people in office are lining their pockets. They're making money off of these things. They're making money in dark operations.
Yeah.
Look, I'm speaking as a free black man. I notice a lot of activity on my pages lately from probably the posts that I've been posting, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak the truth.
There you go.
What's the truth?
I just told you some of it right now.
What's that?
A lot of these politicians are making money off of these people's pain and poverty. You know, Anthony Blinken, he's a congressman. He just went down to meet with the Mexican president. Y'all probably haven't heard about it yet. About opening the borders for United States and Mexico. This is a plan that's been around. It's always been known as a conspiracy theory for years.
Yeah.
But the Mexican president spoke out talking about how Anthony Blinken flew down there about a month ago or 2 months ago about opening up these borders here and up north to make this kind of like Africa, where you had an African Union, so a North American Union. Mm-hmm. These things are starting to come out. So that's what we have. But with these drugs, man, I've seen documentaries. I've seen it on the news. Actually, Shadow was just in Philly last week. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. This should not be happening in America, especially when we're sending billions over to these other different countries, but we're not taking care of home.
It's by design.
Always.
It's by design. Yeah. People don't, you don't, and it's starting to spill. And see, this is the problem. I don't think that they foresaw correctly. It's starting to bleed into areas that I doubt it wasn't set up to bleed into.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When you start going into,
that's true.
You're having things happen in the Beverly Hills now. You're having things happen in Fifth Avenue area where and that's just inevitable. It's going to happen.
And I tell you another thing. A lot of these countries are not playing these games anymore. Just like Saudi Arabia, they stood up, and when Biden went over there to supposed to go get them to produce more oil, and they said no, we're producing less oil.
Yep.
And then Biden threatened them, and then the Saudi prince came out and said anybody who thinks they could threaten us, just understand we are the sons of jihad and products of jihad. So we got to stop playing these games with these countries, because these other countries not playing no more. Nobody's scared of America anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's tired of the lies America has put out there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So what happened in Utah, man? What's up with this? What's up with this situation here, man?
Okay.
Snap.
Okay, this happened in Utah. Yep.
What?
This guy, his name is John Joseph Green, and because his flight was canceled, he went off and he went on a car crashing binge.
You going to jail, and when you get out, your insurance gonna be.
They got him.
Insurance, shit. Ain't nobody touching his ass.
Right.
So he crashed up a bunch of cars. They need to make a move. They need to take a. That's the least you got to worry about is license.
Yeah.
You going
He
to
said
you
he
going to
was,
prison, buddy. And you got to. It's a thing called restitution. Okay, trust me. Whatever state was that, Utah, they're
yeah,
gonna find a way. Oh yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
John
When you
Green, you
cause
done messed up, buddy.
yeah, he
yeah.
causing damages
Because they
like that, boy.
canceled his flight.
No, but people, and I was talking to one of my clients about that yesterday. I've noticed, and we were saying how maybe like the aliens, we was just joking, saying the aliens threw a beam. Because if you notice, since Corona, things, you know what I mean? Like even in Walmart, there's a Walmart right near my location where I work, right? And I see some funky stuff. I joke all the time about people in their pajamas, but man, I be seeing people talking. This one lady was talking to she was in the pet section because I even walked down that aisle. Because I was like, I know she ain't. I thought she had one of them things in her ear. She's actually talking to the.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You walk around and really look. You know what I mean? I just be going to one place and I don't
Yeah,
really pay attention. But I really start paying attention to my surroundings a
yeah,
whole lot now, and I've been seeing some real
Yeah.
funny
yeah,
stuff going on.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree. I agree.
and
I
yeah,
agree.
imagine, like I was telling my girl, imagine we had a real catastrophe, like say power went out for 60 days or something like that. Or you know how society would, you know what I mean? Because Corona, remember we were still able to move, as a society to a degree.
right.
Things shut down a little bit, but not to the point where, oh yeah, that could just wipe things out. You know,
Well,
so
I think the average human being, they can't, like what I used to do with my kids when they were small, we did like fire planning, like we turn out the lights at nighttime, just as a test, to get used to to where you live at, just in case if someone cut the power or an intruder came in, you have the advantage because now you know your household layout versus an intruder.
yeah,
Okay. So the average person, you get your lights. I don't know how it is in a lot of other states, but especially in New York, most New Yorkers, it's like they say you're not a true New Yorker unless you've been robbed once. Okay. But also they also say New York, you're not a true New Yorker unless you've had your lights turned off. Like you didn't pay Con Ed and Con Ed
Mhm.
said blip and there is
you ain't
no
lied about
power.
that one.
So so you may not have enough money for a week or so. So you go and buy candlelight and that's it,
Yeah,
so that I have to honestly say, if we did lose power, like Dr. Jaws is saying, yeah, everybody can't, they're not campers, like people that have military background or have camping experience, they could handle stuff like that. But the average citizen is like, whoa, they would be, because think about if there's no electricity, then that means the ATMs are not working. It's a
yeah.
whole lot of stuff. It's not
Yeah,
even lights in your apartment, but
exactly.
then, is the gas going to work in your apartment if you have a gas stove? It's
And
so
What the hell? What's this?
guys,
Shit?
guys, just remember, we that diesel thing is serious, and
yeah.
and all these things can happen without diesel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Well,
out.
this
No, Josh, I'm a truck. Y'all know I'm a truck driver, and I have not been working a whole lot like normal lately. My
wow.
days, like today, all those got canceled, so nobody is working today at
You
my
better,
job.
you better,
Yep.
put on that
So
velvet
it's
and
going to
start that
domino down.
OnlyFans
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that
Two,
OnlyFans page
Thur-
popping, boy. It ain't too late.
Thursday, Lowe's was canceled. Tuesday, Lowe's was canceled. See what I'm saying? It's
Wow.
been like that for 3 weeks.
Wow.
I'm living off of half of what I normally make.
Wow.
You gotta have that nest egg. Gotta have that nest egg right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What's this here?
yeah. So this
What's
this
this?
okay, this story here this happened in the Bronx this past Thursday, November 2nd, about 11:30
What
in
is
the
they?
morning.
Are
And
they
the
fighting?
guy that's on the floor, he has a gray jacket. He walked into the store. He's 21 years old. He walked into the store. This guy comes behind him and attacks him. The guy so now they're wrestling in the front of the store. Now they're in the back of the store. And now the guy's on top of him in the dark colored top. is stabbing him. He stabs him a few times. Okay, and then the attacker gets up and runs. Now the 21-year-old victim, he gets up, he pulls out a gun, he runs after the guy, the attacker, and who runs into a car that you see, that white car. He goes into that white car. While he's going there, the victim shoots at him twice and misses, and then gets up to the car and shoots at him again and grazes his head. Okay, these cops, they're plainclothes cops, were in the area for another unrelated case, saw the shooting, and they're thinking that he is the attacker. So they shoot at him 12 times. 12 shots was fired. We don't know how many hit him. And unfortunately, they're thinking he's the attacker. They don't know the whole story yet. And the bottom line is that the 21-year-old is begging, he's begging them, please don't handcuff me, I'm the victim. And they didn't listen, and they, because they, like I said again, they came in the middle of the story. So they handcuffed him and they took him to the hospital, Jacoby Hospital, where he later died. The attacker, while all this mayhem is going on with the cops and the victim, he jumps out the car and he runs half a block, and he had a gun grazed to his head. And they find him after people telling him he's the true attacker, and they find him in a barbershop. So they take him to the hospital, and he's in the hospital now, and he'll survive. And so this whole scenario, it's really bad because one, New York State is not a gun carrying state, so you're not supposed to have guns anyway. There's no gunplay. So I guess the moral of the story is he did have a gun to try to protect himself, but at the same time, the cops were in the right for shooting at him because you're shooting wildly. Anybody could have been hurt.
No, yeah. Not to mention
but
you
it's
dealing
a
with
shame
something
because
illegal.
21 years old and now he's dead.
You got a firearm. That's illegal in the state of New York. So
and they're saying that these people didn't know each other. So
I don't think so. I don't know. That's kind of
so you don't know if it's you don't know if it's mistaken identity or whatever, because that does happen a lot in a lot of cases, and then later on it comes out that they never even knew each other and stuff like that. So it's this is a really sad story in a sense that here was this man stabbed and he was the victim. In hindsight, I guess if he would have stayed in the store on the floor, maybe the cops would have run after the other guy
in the vehicle. Correct.
Right. And then he might have been able to survive the stab wounds. Yeah,
that's why we gotta tighten up. Everybody gotta tighten up, man. This is and this is sad. This is the 21-year-old and the 29-year-old. They had their whole lives ahead of them. Lives ahead of them. And once again, I keep dampering on the Quavo thing, but you're getting all of these, all of these artists that are going out way before their time. Artists, people, things that could have been deemed a fight years ago. Just like with the Quavo situation. Exactly. That was a little argument, boistering talk. That should have been a fight. A fight, you guys could have been cool the next week. But we can't even see that anymore because we got death. We got death, and it's nothing coming back from death. You know what I mean? Unless you want to get a voodoo doctor from Haiti or something like that, and hopefully you could come back like a zombie. But even that's up there in The Walking Dead, a show that I watch. But I digress. But no, it's really my take on it. I was talking with this Latina last night, and one thing a light bulb came on in my head. It's a real divide and conquer thing. That's why we're in the predicament we're in now. You got the Latinos over here. You got the, what I mean? The brown and black, all of these things, when at the end of the day, in the discussion last night.
We're in the same boat.
What we were talking, exactly. And this is what I was trying to explain to her. And this is one thing I've noticed with Latinos that I grew up with. They're always thinking that they're somewhere else. And then I move out on the West Coast, and it's that same thought process. That's why you get the Mexicans and the blacks over here, and they're all being mistreated. They're all being mistreated in the same fashion. And then on top of that, we're picking on one another. You know what I mean? Oh, don't give this to them. Oh, why you giving this to them? And we don't. When at the end of the day, if we all work together, do you know how things will
Yep,
be?
it's
Wow.
true.
So it kind of rung like it's a no brainer. Like all work together, even white people, because you know what? All white people ain't got it like that.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Go to the trailer parks. Okay. They don't got it like that. They got their resources are cut short too.
yeah,
in a
they're
perfect
struggling just like everyone else. Yeah,
in a perfect world, that would definitely happen, but that ain't happening.
What's that?
How coming together, unifying with different races and things of that nature. Even
Why
though
not?
we should, I mean, what I say, find your friends, and y'all build together. Whether
yeah,
you got a white friend, a Mexican friend, a African friend, an Asian friend, you find the people that y'all have in common, like
Hmm.
people, and build together.
Yeah.
yeah.
That whole conglomerate is not. I don't came to the conclusion that's not gonna happen no time soon.
No, but you
I,
Yeah.
said the right words though. No, you said the right words.
But
Find
you did.
like-minded
Yes, you
people,
did.
because and it just like I explained, and it's a fact. Look at right now. You got millionaires, and these are rich. That's why people can't talk all of that. Oh, you ghetto guys acting that Quavo thing. Those are all millionaires there. Two rich crews beefing with one another, and that should have been a little fight. A fight. You mean you gonna grab somebody at the back of their head, blow the? Come on.
it,
But
it,
but you can talk that crap. And these are people born with silver spoons. Jay Prince and the crew.
right,
That's a
right.
silver spoon. Born rich.
I agree with you. Listen, because this thing, a lot of people don't understand. You have to grow with your money mentally. Grow with your.
Exactly.
If you trying to, first of all, they trying to chase after their father legacy. Jay-Z say, I did that, so you don't have to do that. So Jay Prince, that should be the same thing. He went through all the struggle. His sons didn't have to. They chose. They're choosing to try to fulfill his shoes, his image when they wasn't born for the streets like that. They was born to mega wealth.
But
So
that
they
that
don't
was
do that. They should be highly educated from school and knowing the business. They ain't got to be
mhm.
cats. They father got that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it.
I think he set him up though somewhat. And
Yeah,
I use myself looking in the mirror, um, because I would never do that to that mob ties. I'll be getting away from that. Not to mention, didn't he have a prior Fed case that he beat? Talking about
yeah.
Jay Prince, the senior. So that'd be the last thing. That'd be the last thing I want SB to be involved in. No, son, you stay away from that. Are you
Mm,
crazy? And the reason why, because it leads you to nothing but like this. All of
mm,
that gang stuff you acting, bro. You were rich. One of my kids' moms is like that. Okay,
mm.
grew up with nothing but money, but you want to be in the hood. You want to be in all this. It's nonsense. And then
Right.
when things happen, you want to play the victim.
Mm,
Okay, so my thing is moving along. What I would tell Jay Prince, bro, you've been through it. You seen the destruction from the crack era and all of that coming. You know what I mean? From the '80s, the '90s. You know what I mean? You put these groups on. You got all of this money. You work with Mayweather. You got all of this bank. So what you should have done was you should have ushered your kids in on some positivity stuff. Not no mob ties. Are you crazy? Look what
mm.
happened to the mafia.
Yeah,
You didn't learn from that. And
yeah.
not to mention you black. How you think they're gonna deal with you? Now you got your kids in something. Something I doubt very highly they're gonna be able to get out. And that's from the streets on to the prison. Because you know why? The way it's looking, Jake Prince Jr., homie might have a case. You know why? Because when you walk by that body, that makes your ass somewhat of the accessory. You know why? Because the one that caught that body on your time was your people. And I ain't talking about the check-in stuff. I'm just saying when they got numerous pictures and see this is how the feds do it. Okay, just like with drug cases. That's why in my little time I didn't take pictures. And the reason why, because I started seeing people getting caught up with pictures. They'll take a picture, the feds will do a raid in the house. You in some pictures with me, freeze? Just for that picture alone, you can do
Yeah.
time. It's called
I, I,
conspiracy.
I
Oh,
agree with that.
yeah, yeah. So
I,
on that mob ties talk, when your ass is in front of that jury,
yeah, I say you never rarely see it. I don't even have no pictures of me too much when I was young. other than
yeah.
Arizona.
That's how we did it, right? Because it was
I-
a known thing. Like, especially when you in the game. So
I
like,
probably
man.
5 pictures of me when I was young, when I was living in Detroit.
Yeah, there was a point. There was a point in time we didn't take pictures like that. And it was a known thing, like because people were getting caught up on that, you know. And but like I said, saying that again, and hopefully, because like I said, Jay Prince don't seem like a slow dude to me. So that's why even before this, when I was hearing that, you know, mob ties and all that, but my thing, okay, like I look at, you got a chain taken from New York from one of your artists. You went on a world tour to get that chain back. Here it is. You got somebody's life getting taken, and you don't even you just put a post out. That don't make no sense to me, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Make no sense to me at all. That's what I said. People gonna read it, and if I'm reading through this, you don't think them peoples, them federals, is gonna read through that? And they got a hard up for you already? Oh, they coming for you. But not to mention that, you got to worry about them boys from Georgia, because you just disrespected them in the worst manner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You send your kids to come over here, freeze, okay, and something happened to them, and I'm acting like nothing. Me and you got a problem, right or wrong?
Right.
Exactly. So how you think the boys in Georgia gonna feel? They sent their cash cow. They're not even just about money, but remember they grew with the Migos, and then to be treated in that fashion, it's a wrap. Not to mention it's a bad look for Texas.
I agree with you. You.
You know, bad. Like I said, I hope everybody's able to get over it, man. It's a real sad thing, man. I feel, because I was talking to my little boy about the SB, and remember, he don't understand. He's 10, so all he's seeing is a bunch of these rappers, you know what I mean, getting killed, and it's a question. So I could imagine kids being 14, 16. This is what they seeing. Remember, we didn't see this coming up. You feel me? So they're not looking at the fact of yes, it comes from music, but this is primarily from the actions of what people are going through now. That was a fight back in the days. You talk crap, I talk crap, somebody stuff somebody, we get it on, y'all break it up. You know what I mean? It was a fight. And they had guns, they had Uzis. Remember, we came up, they had Uzis, they had Mac 10s. But it was a respect thing, and it wasn't these trigger happy punks. Yeah. That's basically what it is. Trigger happy punks, scared to get it in. You know, somebody might get hurt. But all of those involved, they wish they all fought. Trust me, because what's about to go down.
Yeah, this gonna make a lot of headlines. I'm agree with you. You know, this is definitely a lot of headlines. It's gonna involve a lot of detectives, police. Maybe
people going down.
Yeah. Because right now the law is not playing with these rappers and things of that nature at all.
Yeah.
Bring them all down.
Not to mention your legacy. Like how I was raised, you take somebody out, they come back with your ass. Family or friends, huh?
For every one person you take, 2 get taken back. That's the street rule. If you take one of mine, I got 2 of yours.
Yeah. There you go. I always got to bring it to the goddamn get. See, MFC be trying to play all nice.
No, I'm just saying, that's the street. That's the street.
MFC is dangerous. She's the one to show up. Oh, how you doing? Bang, bang, bang. That's what I'm talking about.
That's how the true street is like that. The true street is like that. You take one of mine, I'll take 2 of yours.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And
the Romans did that too, right? What's that story where the parents were arguing, so they just cut the baby in half? What is that? Is that an old Roman story? Remember that story?
No, that was a Bible story.
That's about
Yeah, that was a Bible story. And
these 2 parents were arguing over the baby. They cut the freaking baby in half.
The king. Yeah, I think it was King Harold. I think King Harold said, "Okay, you know what? We do it. We'll cut the baby in half." And then they said, "No," and he squashed that real quick.
Yeah,
you know.
But no, it's that, and that's another thing that perpetuates and messes up the urban community. You know, that old get back thing and everything is got to come to a point where we got to get off that, because what it does is that's where that cycle goes. That's why you get, you got the big, look at California. You got the big thing with the Bloods and the Crips that just build out since the 70s over that. And what people got to understand is that messes up. You're messing it up for your kids, and you're not even noticing that. Look at the gang members out in LA. They don't even know. You got crews that don't even know where the beef came from. Like, you ask a Blood or a Crip, like, yo, why are y'all beefing against one another? Oh, I don't. That's just how it is. They don't really know.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they'll make up a rumor that little Pookie made up 3 years ago or something like that. They'll run off of that. Same thing like with the Migos when it first happened. Imagine they didn't have no footage. Imagine this was back in the days how they made the narrative where one of the Migos guys just killed them just out the blue. There was no footage. We would have ran with that. So people got to understand this is how it was a hot minute ago. Remember, this is the new generation with this. That's why we didn't see murders happen. Like when Scott LaRock got killed, and when I was a little kid, we heard about it. He was already in the ground and all that by the time we heard about it. Now you get the stuff right away. You wake up in the morning, you start seeing footage. So that's the difference that we're in now. We're in that type of time where things are so fast. So things should be better.
And DNA and everything else too.
Yeah, not to mention DNA. But that's why, you gotta be a fool to be a criminal now. You gotta be a fool to do something like that right now. Why? Because you just messed up a whole empire by doing a murder on camera. Yeah. Are you crazy? Yep. Are you crazy? And then the knock that mob tie shit out. The first thing the mob say is, "Don't do no murders in front of people."
I'm gonna tell you something. See, that's the problem with being a hothead. They probably was dealing with a hothead on their team. And bam, that's how it happens. Not thinking, not using your mind. There's plenty witnesses.
One person.
It's plenty witnesses.
Yeah, but freeze
all around you.
Why did he walk by the murder afterwards?
That's gonna be a problem in court too.
Because it shows you was on his side. Think about it. I'm here to see you. Me and you. We're not arguing, but your peoples, they saying slick stuff, so I'm arguing throughout the night. You should have deaded that. One. Okay, say you didn't. But now, one of my peoples get laid down from my team. You just walk right by. Whoa, we here to see you. I'm here in the D for you. I don't live in the D. I'm here on your accord. You feel me? You having the party. Now, I get it. We was arguing throughout the night because that's what they saying happened with them. But, like, who raised you, homie? Like, you don't do things like that. Like, I was raised, shit, we go to a club, you get in some shit, whether you right or wrong, I gotta hold you down. I can't just leave you. Why? Because when I go home, my people's gonna take care of me. So that right there was a big stain on the senior Jay French. Like, what's up with your kids, bro? This is how you know what I mean? Not to mention, it's looking like y'all set these boys up. Because somebody, and that's a slight also on the Migos where they should have had their own security. Because that's when you dead stuff like that. Hey, I see this getting a little too crazy. You know what I mean? Let's call it a night, y'all. Boom. Yeah. Just like Tiger.
Let's bounce, as they say.
His security picked his ass up and took him. Picked him up off his feet, MFC. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't antagonize things. You deal with it. That's what my security's there for. You ain't there to go pick up girls. You ain't there to hang out with us and all that. You there to see what the hell's going on. They would have noticed that dude in the yellow going behind Takeoff, the one that clipped him. They would have noticed that. They had security there just to be security, not homeboy security. Like homeboy grabbing his joint in the back. That's the difference.
That's a fact. I agree 100%. Definitely use your own security and not security from other people.
Yeah, and this is a point for that, just to show you. And they hung numerous times and everything, but now life you can't get back.
Yep.
Life you can't get back. But we got something crazy today. When it's Cypher, we're gonna be talking about your whole girl Amber Rose, okay, with the diaper booty. She's been passed around a little something, but yeah, see, that's a baby daddy, right? He's with Cher. Cher's 78 years old, scooping the 36-year-old.
That's a super cougar.
Okay, super cougar. That's a new one, super cougar. Shit, I might write a song about that today. Super cougar.
Cher is a cool person. I got Cher. I got her back 100%.
You got her back? You got her back. Okay. Hey, look like
She's a
hey, look
stable.
like
She's a stable person.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you
she's
cool with that?
stable.
Yeah. Hey,
She's a stable
they look
person.
Hey, they look
You know,
happy. Alex, his name is Alex Edwards. Okay, he got a kid with this one right here, Amber Rose. You know what I mean? She's her claim to fame. She came through with Kanye, but then she had a kid with Wiz Khalifa. Remember that night when Kanye did that? She was with him when he took the mic from what was her name? It's Taylor Swift. So yeah, she got the diaper booty thing going on there. She did a thing called Slut Walk, right? She had that going on. And I think to tell you the truth, I think that's a big turn off. It's cool in the beginning, but it's a turn off. Did you ever hear about that,
especially if you're a
MMC?
mother.
No, yeah. And that's what she was doing it. She was
No.
doing this after she had a kid. And her excuse is, men are sluts too. Nobody said anything about, that old feminist type of thing. And that wears off real quick though. And that's why you get, does he look happy to you guys?
Yeah.
It don't look like he just,
Yeah.
and don't look like he's using that. And I guess he got a little bag too, so it's not like he's hard up for money. 78. Woo wee. When is too old?
Marry her now. Marry her now.
And Cher looks good.
Yeah, marry her right now.
Marry her now? No, she does look good for her age. I ain't even gonna lie. She looks good for her age.
She definitely don't look like she's 78. Marry her now. She's up in the 70s, upper 70s. Marry her now.
Nah, Cher.
So let me ask you a question.
That's not Cher's style.
What's not her style?
Getting married.
Get married? She never was married? Who's
Cher's not. She okay. You like for instance, Elizabeth Taylor. She was married like 7 or 8 times. That's not Cher's stick. Okay, so Cher's not just marrying somebody for companionship.
Gotcha.
She's her own woman. She's an independent person. Just like say Chaka Khan or Aretha Franklin. They're people. They're women they're on their own part. They're not with a whole bunch of. It's not a whole bunch of marriages and. Yeah, definitely. So she's, and so she definitely has the age, but she's like I said, she's a strong person, and she's dealt with, she was a young teenager when she was Sunny, and she dealt with everything, and she was not, she was not a pushover, she was not a victim, and yep, nah,
well,
she's cool. She's cool people. Yep.
She got a youngin now, as they say. She got herself a youngin, and that's not a good look on this one here. Amber Rose, who's been bouncing around. To me, she's a little, above herself. She feels herself a little too much to me. Definitely. She's hanging.
Yeah, but I think in the long term, if you have manic antics or whatever, it may be cool in the beginning, but that wears thin real quick. You don't want to be in a volatile relationship, and you got to have calmness. So, and then people when they get old, they start when you get older with age and stuff, you get wiser.
Well, she hasn't, because she's put out a post. I didn't want to.
That's anybody,
What caught me to this was she put out something that, because there's this guy, Corey Cole Holcomb, that I watch every once in a while. He does the 5150 show. And he was getting on her because she put out a post talking about, why can't I meet a rich man? I'm just paraphrasing it, right? Why can't I meet a rich man with tattoos? And, she's still being very self-centered. And, a rich guy that likes people with kids and has kids. She wants all of these demands, and you ain't looking like same thing. What's his name that just passed away? Kevin Samuels was saying, you want these high-powered men, and look at you. You know what I mean? You got to look in the mirror. You're an ex-stripper, okay? You're very, very, how you say, messy to the public, Okay, you got all these instances. Remember, she had the situation with Kanye. She said he was putting the finger up the booty. Remember, she made that accusation, and then she backtracked. So that's a messy. Not to mention when you broke up with Wiz Khalifa, you went on a damn a rock tour with all these artists you started dating, making yourself look bad. Not to mention your kid. Because you had a little kid at the time. I think her son was like not 3 to 6 years old, in that range. So to me, that was very disrespectful, And then you started the slut walk thing,
Bad look.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now everybody, you married this woman, everybody, ooh, you done married a slut, you done married a hoe.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you really turn a hoe into a housewife?
Hey,
My daughter said question mark.
Question mark? Hey, I'm gonna answer that. Hell no. Okay, you see what happened? Hey, you see what happened with Kim, right? Same thing with Kim Kardashian, allegedly. All right. Her and Kanye break up. Okay, and she just got it, and this is under her admission. Oh, I had to go out there and get some D. That's when she started messing with that Pete guy, because supposedly he got a big penis, right? But these are things that you got to remember. You got kids, and your kids are gonna be on the internet in a couple of years. No, she put this out there, right?
No,
so my thing is, when is it a point where you be a lady, a classy lady? Remember, you got kids. Not to mention, you already been past that. You came out, got your claim to fame for your little tape, just like with Amber, who we're talking about. She got her claim to fame. You used to be a stripper. You're not a stripper no more. Now you can make money just being out there, being an actual a person for the public.
She came out
she
of
could
Jezebel.
be an influencer, or I think.
No, yeah.
She came out of Jezebel, right?
Yeah.
She got her fame as a Jezebel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what she knows. However, she know how to keep the media talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now she has children. Now she has children.
Yeah.
But that's how she knew how to make money. So, however, she did go to law school, right?
Did she?
Isn't that how she was getting in these courtrooms?
Who are you talking about? Courtroom?
Kim Kardashian.
No, what are you talking about, Kim Kardashian? No, we talking
we're
talking about the Amber Rose, but no, Kim Kardashian.
Oh,
as far as with the law thing, that's to me that's somewhat a hobby. Freeze with Kim Kardashian. Yes, she's helping people out, but she, and Kanye even blew that up when she was. See, that's basically to clean up your image.
Right.
As a PR person.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Remember, Kanye said it. If you watch the Drink Champs interview, he said how even Trump saw through it, because he was saying how she wanted to get A$AP Rocky out or whatever. You know what I mean? And Trump was like, "Yeah, I know that's just it's just a ploy, so he's not going to do that." So. But bottom line, okay, you lost your man. You lost your man, okay, to a woman who's 78 years old. Okay? So it ain't all that good over there. Right?
Maya said, can't come back from that.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, you can't come back from that.
Shout out to Cher, the Super Cougar, baby.
Super Cougar. Song is on the way. Song is on the way. Yes, the song is on the way, man. Yeah, but getting back to what's going on with the Super Crew right here. I call them the Super Crew, man. You guys still here with the atrocities going on with this?
This is an atrocious.
Yeah, that's a shame.
This assassination of character.
It's a shame.
And listen, did you hear about what Shaq did, right?
What's that?
Shaquille O'Neal got on TV publicly bashing Kyrie Irving. Come to find out, he was playing that same movie at his movie theater.
Yep. Oh yeah.
The super hypocrite.
Yeah, but you know where that comes from, right? Because if you
Oh
guys know
wow.
about if you know about the Willie Lynch letter, okay, the Willie Lynch letter that they used to pass around through all slave plantations, it basically told you get the biggest buck, okay, you beat them or you sexually assault them in front of everybody, and that's basically what they're doing. They're getting these big rich guys. So if you see them, you see LeBron James, you see all of these guys that are holding code with the Juice Crew, okay,
Right.
instead of staying on code and just even if you don't got nothing good to say, just say no comment. That right
Right.
there is on code, and that's how they are being on code. Once again, you know what I mean? They're able to roll and they're doing things, on the same accord.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they're doing that because that shows the power. Bottom line,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
it's that easy. And getting back to what I was saying, as far as everybody working together, Freeze, that would be the people that are like-minded. The people that aren't, they're gonna be a naysayer anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
the as far as is the people that we would need on code, I don't think that's gonna happen. Because if that was gonna happen, you wouldn't have situations where here it is, Nike is cutting him and people are still able to buy those products.
Nike is cutting him for what? What did he do other than share a movie on the post? He ain't say
Yep.
nothing.
And you
Nothing.
know what I was told? I was told from somebody. They gave me some misinformation, right? And
Mhm.
basically, they were saying, "Well, Kyrie, he should have did what his bosses told him to do." Now, there's an NBA policy, right? This is the NBA. I'm gonna read it off. The NBA social
Mhm.
media policy, okay, simply bans players from using Twitter and other social media sites 45 minutes before game time until after players have finished their responsibilities after the games. That's it. So it doesn't say anywhere where okay, you can't post these movies or you can't put things on your social media. That's not so it's basically the owners,
You
doing proper
and,
to
and
do.
and we publicly starting to see who the field Negroes is and the house Negroes, or should I say Hebrews? Because these cats are coming out the woodwork saying all this crazy stuff. Especially, it kills me for the simple fact that at the end of the day, he still didn't say nothing.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He just posted a movie.
Yeah.
How many movies
Yeah.
have we posted?
Yeah.
No, but these are what's crazy? These are black people that I was arguing with. Two black guys.
Exactly.
Basically shut up and play. And then they try to make the analogy, well, you come into my house and then I tell you where to put this and that, you know what I mean? If you tell me otherwise, you're in my house. You feel me? So basically what they're saying is just because I pay you, you do what the hell I tell you to do.
Right. That's
Wow.
that's the attitude. I, I
Wow.
sent I think I sent you one earlier. I'm sending it to you.
Wow.
Let me see.
And then they also want, like, now even though he did an apology after they suspended him for like 5 games or unlimited games, as they say, and they said, oh well, they don't feel it was so many people have claimed, that's on that board or whatever, that they didn't feel it was sincere enough. So there's like
Right.
6 other things they say that he'll have to do
Yeah.
before they'll consider putting him back on the games. And I'm like, wow, that's bad.
But hey,
That's
So
what it is, right or
the
wrong. It's buck breaking. It's buck
the
breaking you publicly.
this is the moment in time
yeah,
where we need to get on the same accord. I seen the
no, true.
reparations
Rally.
gathering in DC this weekend.
Yeah. You see no press on it.
Nope, no press.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and there was thousands of people there.
Yes, yes, it was.
And it was set up within 30 days.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So that's what all of that talk people talk about. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
their support is just not
But
just put out there.
but they still
yeah,
barely covered the Brett Favre issue. He stole millions from the poorest state in the entire United States.
Yeah, we gotta touch up on that. Yeah,
Why he not getting all that coverage? He stole
you know why?
millions. Kyrie just shared a post. It's a big difference. Now, which one should be getting more news coverage?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. The Jewish own the media. Oh, that's why.
Untouchables.
Damn. Yeah, the untouchables.
Allegedly.
Yeah. You got to remember this.
I ain't even saying allegedly because this is
that freedom. That freedom. Yeah, but that freedom of speech. You got to remember the time frame we in and what we dealing with now. And see, this is the problem with people that when you're out of bounds, you can't make it in bounds. You feel me? Yeah. We're at the helm of their hand. We're on a we're on a site that's basically controlled by untouchables. So,
yeah, that's true.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I got
it. You can do it. You can talk all you want, but you get in front of that firing squad. You can talk all you want, but you're gonna get fired down. That's just the fact of the matter. You have to do it with the Jedi. The same way they do it, you got to do it with the Jedi mind. That's why, like I said, what I would do is, if I had some bank, I'll take them right to them courtrooms, and that'll stop that real quick. In 5 years, you see all of this murder rap stop in a heartbeat. You know why? Because they're not gonna put their money out there for that.
I tell you this, I played the lottery in 3 different states yesterday. Let me become this next billionaire. It's on and popping.
All right.
Come on, Kyrie. We linking up.
You heard that? Wayne Cypher.
Come on, we going to the nation. We going to the Hebrews.
Hey, where Freeze at? I can't even find him. What's going on, man? Change his number? Oh man.
Oh no. We'll blow Winning Cypher up on our.
Let me tell you something. When people start talking that crazy shit, this is one thing you do not know.
Exactly.
We
have our own platform.
You never had that money. You never had nothing close to it. You get that type of money, you fuck around, might get a hotel room and get paranoid and just be up in there. You can't tell what's gonna happen.
People will get paranoid.
Well, that's how it is in New York.
No, you get all that money.
You can't stay where you are. You got to leave. Like if you get lotto.
Imagine when that big.
True, at least in New York. I would. Yeah, you could get an LLC, and they don't have to say your real name, but you can't stay in your apartment. You got to go
MFC because you become a billionaire. Your own family that you didn't lend money to will be coming at you. Okay, that love will turn to hate real quick. All you got to say is no. Oh yeah, all you got to say is no. There's people that set up their own blood over money.
Yeah, that's true. Damn shame.
Yeah.
Damn shame, because this money ain't gonna mean shit.
No, yeah. You got people that so that's just how it is. It's never gonna stop. You're always gonna have envy. You're always gonna have greed. But yeah, that's like I said. Those days, as far as just one person doing it, and and it's the powers to be, and it's not like I said, it's not a jealousy thing coming this way, because we're not seeing that.
Yeah.
My main thing, like I tell everybody, is it's an equality thing. That's all people are looking for. They just want equal playing field.
Yeah. Right. That's it.
Yeah. You're not giving me nothing.
To me, with this whole basketball thing, that people to show support for Kyrie, don't go to the games and don't buy the merchandise. It hit them in the pocket. That's the hardest way you could do it.
I want when I send y'all this video, I thought I sent it to you this morning, Josh. When David Sterling, I believe it was, when he was in court and he was talking, I guess he was getting a divorce or whatever, and he was telling his wife, he was like, because she told him, she said, I deleted all the black people off of my Instagram and Facebook. She's not racist at all, but her husband is, right? And she was like, I won't invite them to the games because he don't want black people at the games. He just wants black players to play for his team. And he said out his own mouth, who was like, who finances their houses? Who finances their cars? They get paid from me. That's what he said. But he don't want black people at the games. He don't want black people on the Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. All he want to do is use them for his benefit and then say, I paid you. I made you. That's
Yeah,
Wow.
it.
but their thing is they made him give up his team. See, that's their talking point when they say that. But
Yeah.
the point that they forget, people
But
forget, is they didn't take his money away. The bank didn't basically say you can't, your money's not good here, as they did with Kanye.
yeah.
They didn't do, and these
Right.
things that he did was more deadlier.
And
Okay, and what you're talking about, Freeze, that was his side chick who secretly recorded
right.
the
Yeah,
conversation. Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. If this was not recorded, he was still on that team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's more than that. When the Kaepernick, that's why I don't
That's
even watch
crazy.
football. When the Kaepernick stuff was happening, remember that Cowboys
Mm,
owner just shut up
yeah.
and get out there and play. You boys better play.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing this though. This ain't
Okay.
nothing new. Yeah. No, but we fall for it. Just like last night on one of the panels, okay, one of the Latino girls was coming at me saying, "Well, these rappers do it, blaming it on the rappers, not looking at the fact of it was no money pushed in with the rappers that were doing positive music. That's
Right.
why it changed in a heartbeat. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't blame the rappers because they wouldn't get paid, they wouldn't get marketed, they wouldn't get
You
put out.
you always got to look at the roots of the problem.
Oh yeah,
What is the roots of the problem?
the
People
labels
look
putting
at
it out.
look at the after effects, but what was the roots? Hell, the roots of the look. Yeah, it's just things like that. Nobody thinks about the root of the problem. There's a thing we learned in school called cause and effect.
Yeah,
It takes a cause to create the effect.
yeah.
If it was no money financing this gangster rap and trap rap and all this, then
It
you
wouldn't be
probably
none.
wouldn't see it like you do in the streets right now.
Yeah.
If the money was being pushed towards the J. Cole's and Nas and what's the name?
All the
Kendrick
backpack rappers.
Lamar's.
Remember all the backpack rappers?
Yeah, the backpack rappers. If their money was pushed in that department, you would see a different society.
Or at least a medium. At least where it was
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Have how it was.
right,
And it's not looked at that because once again, it's always this divide and conquer when here it is it's just sad. Like I said, it's just sad. It's sad, we going around in circles that and people see it. They're just everybody's caught up with their own thing. And people take little instances. Like I might have a bad instance with a West Indian. That doesn't mean all West Indians are like that.
right.
But I
Mm-hmm.
notice people do that. They take one little instance and think and lump everything into one when it's not like that.
Right, but we can all agree on it on this Jewish issue right now.
Untouchable.
Oh yeah, these
Come on, bro.
untouchables.
And see how quick that is. But and they don't do that. They know how to do that. They know how to come in communities. They know how to infiltrate and everything. We have that problem. We are so.
The same
We
people
just
that
got to get it. We just got
the
to get it.
same people
But
that
you can't.
finance the same
Once again,
people.
you got to also like the mistake Kanye West made. You got to pinpoint the people you're talking about. Don't lump them up in one thing. That's why when even saying the J word, that's not right because that's lumping them up when it's certain business people that their practices are not right. That's the real
It's
error.
a whole religion.
Exactly.
You know.
Look, at the end of the day, and these are the same people that finance the slave trade. They've been doing it then, and they doing it now.
Yeah, but
Nothing has
you
changed.
could say the same thing about black preachers.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, all right.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Who taught these black preachers?
No, but
Who taught them? That started in slavery.
no, yeah.
So once again, what was the roots?
No, I get what you're saying, but you still got to look at the ones being guilty as well. I get
Hmm?
where it came from. I
Yeah,
get you where
because
it came
there's a
from.
lot. There are a
But
lot of people out here that are real good people, and they don't. They wouldn't even stoop to that level on all levels, no matter what culture it is.
Mm.
So when people put a group just in a box,
Hmm.
that's really unfair. you know, because you have really good people. You know, look, it's in all levels. You know, I've been out in
And
the
that's what's
workforce
happening to
for
black people.
51 years, and I know
The past 40 years, a
yeah,
lot of those, a lot of these crimes and all that, just like even now, all that stuff happened in New York. That story we talked about today, those are
yeah,
foreigners. Yeah, if I'm correct, I think they
yeah,
Dominican.
I was
They
just
might look black,
yeah,
Haitians and all that. You go to Florida, so a lot of the stuff that's lumped in when they say, "Oh, you black Americans," it's not black Americans. Just like a lot of that drill rap,
yeah.
out of New York, those are foreigners. Yeah,
mm-hmm,
K Flock is Dominican. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? Don't just throw that rock in that glass house. You got to look, you know.
Well,
But like I said, once again,
Yeah.
I look at things. I know how people look at things, but I'm colorblind, if anything. You know. Yeah, I don't look at it like
Yeah.
that. I look at how you what you're bringing to the table and how you come into the table.
Exactly. And how you handle yourself as a person,
that easy.
you
Yeah,
know?
that easy.
I
Because
hear you.
especially
Yeah.
for both of you guys have been out there in the limelight. So you guys, and both also in the professions that you both of you guys have, you've met so many different types of people on so many different levels of different walks of life. So, you know, you guys have, it's not something you read in a book somewhere or saw in
Mhm.
a movie. You guys have truly experienced it. So you've met good people and you've met bad people from
Oh
all
yeah.
different types of walks of life, you know, and it's, you know,
I,
and, you know, so you guys can talk true, you know, true, as we call it, you know, and that's what
Experience.
we all need
look,
to have. But when they
and
lock somebody up into a lump sum, like it's like all blacks, all American blacks are just lazy. They're just
mm,
lazy, and
I,
they don't want to work for themselves, and
right.
they don't want to
I,
better themselves, and that's
I,
not the
I hear what
case.
you're saying, but
That's not the
I heard
case, you know.
Rabbi Abraham Finkelstein, right? He said the reason you never see your kids in school with us because we teach our kids the real stuff. So that's why they are the business owners and we are the workers. The
Yeah.
education level is totally different.
Yep.
That's what they teach their kids. They have
That's true.
their synagogues, things like that. This is a whole this is a big thing,
Yeah.
really big. They know what they do,
Yeah.
and they have the power. They have their own land that was provided for by the United States government. Took a piece of Palestine and said, "Hey, this is y'all land. This is Israel. These people are not Jews. They're
Come on, dog.
Palestinians. I mean, untouchables. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
You see how hard that is? No, and that's something simple. You see how hard that is?
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. I agree.
It's yeah. You got to be, and that's one thing they don't do. You know why they don't do it?
Mm-hmm.
Because people are acting like that, and they still don't see it. It's in their face. It's in our faces, and we still don't see it in masses. That's how good they got it.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. They come in, they take over, and you don't even see it. You got to just learn from that, man.
No, listen.
And nothing wrong. Yeah, like I said,
See,
learn from it.
what I really want to say, I know I can't say it right now.
No, you can say it. No, you can say it. But see, this is the crazy thing. You got to know how to say it.
Okay, there was a man in Germany.
Same way they do it. Hold on. Same way they do it. They don't gotta say nigga. They get us to say it.
There's a man in Germany. Everybody knew, right? He knew of this plan of world domination, even though he had his own plans too. But he knew about their plans, and they continued to build and go and survive and get reparations and get land and still pursue this domination. And that's what we're seeing to this day. Do you know Zelensky is one of the untouchables? The president of Ukraine. Did you know that? These oil execs, these people that own these stations, these are untouchables.
Yeah.
One group should not have that much power.
Bro, you don't think Shaq is an untouchable?
Okay.
Shannon Sharp is an untouchable. All of those people that ain't get on code. What are you talking about? LeBron, bro.
Giles,
That's not an untouchable.
they can be taken down at any second if they.
Is that not an untouchable? No, but is that not untouchable? You're doing the work.
They touchable if they listen. If they get a
Right?
different teaching, if they get a different teaching and a different understanding, them untouchables will make them touchable. Understand this. Slave master. Nowadays they just high paid slaves. And if you speak out against that other untouchable culture, the high paid slaves will come out like wolves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Drake is untouchable.
Yeah.
Half. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know what? They if you really want to get why homie ain't talking up? Why ain't nobody saying nothing about homie not talking up?
Who?
Yeah.
Drake?
Yeah.
How he gonna look? Drake is an untouchable.
How? Open his mouth.
I'm saying he is an untouchable. He's part of that elite class. He's Jew. He is Jewish.
Bro, please. All right.
So hey, look, check.
We know what he is. We know what he is.
Yeah, I know, but when I'm saying he's part of, he's black.
No, but okay, being we're talking about Drake. Do you know that Drake was disrespected growing up because of his complexion?
I believe
this is out of his mouth.
I believe it. I believe
it. But for him not to speak up about that, and see, that's my whole problem with things. That's why things don't change. Okay, I see something just like with me. I could talk about racism. Why? Because I grew up around it. I lived it. Mm-hmm. Okay, having a white mother, black father, I seen it with my own eyes. I seen the mistreatment. Okay, from both sides, from everything. So I can speak on that.
Right. Look,
so why Drake ain't speaking up about it? Why all these white rappers that are coming up in urban music are not speaking about it?
Because they cannot talk against the untouchables. They're being financed by the untouchables. And you have to have real hearts and real big testicles to talk against these people.
Exactly. But it don't matter what color you are. You could be even the same thing though. But that's the point I'm proving.
When you let money, when money is the source of whatever you believe, you will be controlled by the money. That's why a person cannot control me in no fashion, not at any job, not anywhere, because I'm sourced in myself. I'm sourced in a higher power, and I'm sourced in a belief. You can't control me with money at all. I done turned down money.
But you got to be smart about it, though. You also have to be smart about it, or you get cut short at the feet.
Hey, look.
You don't think so?
No, I hear what you're saying.
You can talk all that real stuff and everything, but if you ain't got no resources, you ain't got no backup, what does it mean?
All your resources is coming from the untouchables, right?
Exactly, and that's why we're talking in this fashion right now.
So, and that means
it's not about fear and all of that, but it's about being smart, the same way they are.
When you are sourced in money, if money is your only purpose and source, you will never be able to speak ever, because you will be down here scared to speak against them.
No,
you have to build your own community, your own finances, your own banks. You have to come up with your own people, just like they do. Come up with your own people with like-minded purpose and build from the ground up, where you don't have to depend on them. See what I'm saying?
We're dealing with like now.
The Chinese
the now part, which we're dealing. We're on the site now where we don't, you know what I mean? We don't even got the resources to actually shit. We got an actual site, but we ain't got the resources to even get it right now. So why would you have to be tactful about it?
I told you 2 years ago about fan base, right? Fan base is a black-owned social media based out of Atlanta. Is Isaac Hayes' son. Fan base. I kept telling you about fan base.
Okay, what about it?
First of all, with fan base, it's a black-owned social media. They pay you for your content. It started a couple years ago. You know, as a matter of fact, Isaac Hayes the third son. I mean, Isaac Hayes the third. That's whose site it is. He was on the Breakfast Club talking about it. But if you don't, if people like us is not going out there supporting, I was one of the first people to email them. You know, when they after they I ain't gonna say one of the first, but the day they was on the Breakfast Club, I sent them an email that day and they responded. Okay. So the fan base is a black-owned social media. Boyce Watkins got his own platform for social media. We should be being on those platforms versus being on the untouchable platforms. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We have to do.
I haven't found one. I haven't found one the same as this though. At this point.
Have you checked? Have you looked?
This is the first time you're telling. No, this is the first time you're telling me this. But getting back to the nitty gritty of the meat of what we're talking about. We're talking about these big wigs. Okay, why they didn't get the support? Okay, when these allegations came out, and this is like I said, this is just talking whether they was right or wrong or not. See, because this is my thing. Me and you going through something and we don't agree. Then we'll debate about it. Well, you know, it could be friendly. You know, debate about it. You could debate over money. You could debate, but no. But this is the thing, and that's why we're in the position we're in. Because when something comes out, you don't agree. That's not done in that same fashion. Okay, look at how you're putting the music out. Primarily, it's the Juice Crew who owns the stuff. So now, if I talk and I say something you don't want to put out, whether it's a movie, whether it's a recording, you have the last okay. Okay, so the buck stops at you. Yes, we know that.
That's true.
And just like with what we're doing, that's why with Win a Cipher, we're working with everybody. Are we still pro-black? You damn right, because I'm black. Regardless if I'm mixed with black and white, but my white side of me, I'm somewhat ashamed about. And I could tell that to any white person. Why? Because of the history.
I hear you.
But I mess with everybody. And moving on as far as business-wise, I don't care if you're from India, I don't care if you're from Africa, you're from China. Okay, if you're willing to put in that work, you with us. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, I get that.
And if you're with us, it shouldn't be a thing of, I'm from Indonesia, so I can't be with a cause that's helping out black people. No, because we're helping out everybody. Even if a situation goes wrong in Puerto Rico, we there. That's what people supposed to be do. We need to get out of that colorblind. I call it the colorblind phase, because everybody's in this colorblind phase, and who are really even your people?
If you're too light or too dark.
But MFC, I see my own people hanging us up. Look at Shaq. Look at what LeBron. All you had to do was shut the F up. Don't even say nothing. No comment. Same way they rolling up. Okay.
Dang.
You think all of them totally agreed? No, but they think, okay, I got to be on code with what this cause is. This is what's going on. And on top of it, just like Free said, you're running everything right now. You didn't even have to do this. But you know why you did that? To show that power. Okay, so with Win a Cipher, how we gonna show our power is we rolling up for the right causes, because that's what it's about. Okay, and that's what Black Lives Matter should have been about. It shouldn't have been just because it's a black. Yes, it started out from a black causes that happened, but what it should have been was something to help out people when something's going wrong. And whether you're Latin, whether you're that to me, that would have been right. And of course, you got to
lining corrupt people's pockets. Yeah,
right.
No, that's what it came to. But that's okay. We learned from those mistakes, meaning we see what they did wrong. We know not to do that. We know, okay, we got to get the right team. If money come to play, we got to get the right team and allocate it the right way. So, you don't got people that's digging out, getting $6 million houses that they're giving to the baby daddy. And that was all a scam.
And just as a disclaimer, I will say this. I would love to have an untouchable friend, because our dialect would be off the hook. We would have great conversations.
We do. We got the Untouchables down with us. You just don't know it yet. Yeah. We got It ain't that type of party. It ain't that type of party. But you got to remember, they've been so indoctrined Well, everybody not to work with shit. Even black people. We don't trust one another.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Majority wise, and it's been
Right.
set up like that by design, because like power in numbers. That's why you don't see a lot of primarily black businesses together. Shit, even Latinos, same thing. You know what I mean? We've been indoctrinated. You know what I
Latino
mean?
working together.
But,
I
yeah,
get spread
more than blacks, but even them, and they'll tell you if they want to be honest. You know, but at the end of the day, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not even seeing that. I'm seeing, you know what I mean, you willing to work with the cause, and you about it, because that's what it's about. And shout out to Tariq Nasheed for even fighting, you know what I mean, for black Americans, descendants of slaves, when everybody's telling him, especially black people, telling him, oh, we ain't never gonna get that. But they said the same thing about a president. When I was a kid, I had a third grade teacher, black teacher, Miss Greenwich. I never forget her name. Okay, we'll never have a black president. And in fact, I learned the word rubbish. She used to call me and my boy Mark rubbish. Rubbish means dirt. Okay,
right.
yeah, because we used to talk in class. I was always wild, but you don't do that to a kid. Remember, I was in the third grade, and this is a black woman. She wore the scarf. She thought she was on them socialites. Yeah, that type of yeah. Never, you'll never have a black president. So when Obama came, even though Obama was a yes man, she was the first person I thought about.
Right.
And here is a black woman. I'm in the third grade. This is what you're putting in my head. Yeah, this is what we had at PS 86 in the Bronx. Okay.
Shout out to
just like last night. Like last night, I was told by two black men, okay, you black people are looking stupid. You'll never get that reparations.
let me tell you. Yeah, I look. That's crazy. Hey, it's crazy that you have to debate or argue with your own people about something that will unify all of us. That should unify.
Why? Why would it unify us?
If we all got reparations, that means that will bring a lot of us out of poverty. Most of us out of poverty. That's a start.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the end of the day, you got to work on people's mindset first. However, that money is a major thing. That's why the untouchables are where they at. They got that money, reparations that we never got.
No, but they also see, this is the thing people not looking at. They took the pain and they made it love, meaning what they went through. Okay, and they made that they bond. That's why when you disrespect them, they enforce like this. Okay, when you disrespect them, they enforce like that. But do you remember years ago? I wish I would have had a picture when they had them tiki torches. Okay, the Jays will never replace us. The Jays will never replace us. You didn't see a bunch of people losing bank accounts. You didn't see a bunch of people okay, losing ads.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. But you look at these things. Look, listen, and learn.
Man, that's that G knowledge right there.
No, that's bro. I've always been there, and believe me,
that's what's got me. Hear it first.
That's what's got me over, as far as, you know what I mean. I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the room, but my thing is I'm gonna learn from your mistakes. When I see people doing dumb shit, I'm like, okay. And I've noticed a lot of people, they don't do that. That machismo, that pride will take them. Just like earlier, how we had this discussion, how you just had to say it. You know in the back end, but you just had to say it. No, seriously, no, because I go through that, and I gotta put that Jedi mind the same fucking way you fucking me, messing me. You know what I mean? And that's just how it is, man. We got to get off that. Everything we got to put out there. Remember, we just had radical freaking punk ass Mike that we had to, you know what I mean, constantly check, because he was, it was a pride thing with him. And then the sad part, reality, because we know him on a little personal level, you were Sambo. You was as big as Sambo.
Right.
You down your own people. Yeah, so it's the same thing. You know, even growing up, I used to see a lot of the 5%. Shout out to the 5%ers, but I used to see a lot of them messing up their community. Yeah, my name is Divine Allah. White man's the devil. Woo, 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 woo. And here it is. You up here. You get rid of all these ounces of white girl. You feel me? And messing up your community. That's why I always say the drug era. That's when we dropped the ball. That was our last little held on that gate. as far as is black people in America.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I can speak from out the country, but in America, when we allowed, okay, predominantly Italians to bring that heroin up in the communities, okay, in Harlem or even LA and all that, okay, that's when we messed up. That's what really messed things up.
That's what I was saying. I stick to it. The CIA always know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know how to run these programs. They know how to infiltrate. They're professional infiltrators.
Yeah, but you got to we feed into that. We got to stop feeding into it.
The whole world is fed into it. Look at the world right now.
Oh.
These are operations that's been ran to destabilize regions and countries. Allegedly.
But there's people all likes that there's people all likes I've noticed that'll ride. There's people all that's what
it's always it's
and
always
that's how America's here. Remember, America wouldn't be here had you know what I'm saying? They not let black soldiers fight. Remember, the Confederates didn't let that, so that's how they lost. Okay, that prejudice messed your ass up. When here it is, you could have won because if you talk to people, they was winning that war. Okay, but they didn't want to let the real riders, you know what I mean, get in, and that's what messed them up. So that, like I said, and that's the believe it or not, in America, that's what'll win us over. Like I said, everybody just got to get together, man. And believe it or not, I think it's a big propaganda that people don't want to work together.
I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell you what some of these Congress people have said over the years.
What's that?
For us to come together, we need another big disaster. Just like how 9/11 happened, everybody came together. I remember where I was. I was in a small town called Piqua, Ohio. It was about 2 miles one way and 2 miles the other way. When I say small town, I mean small town. And after 9/11, every car, every house had them U.S. flags. Everybody was together. When we went to invade Iraq, everybody was together. But over time, it went back to the same old.
Yeah, but putting the flag out, that ain't really, you know, people think that. Like I had to check this guy talk about we're the most patriotic, and I had hold on.
But I'm saying
Black Americans fought in every war.
Everybody was talking about this 9/11 stuff. A lot of people wasn't even looking at the color unless you were. That was a hard time for the Arabics at that time. Really hard time.
Oh, even Indians.
Anyone that wore a turban.
Assaulted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a lot of people that got assaulted, but that's racism. Mm-hmm. That was racism 101. Then not to mention, a lot of people think 9/11 was a setup.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly.
So
I love that word, by the way.
No, so here it is. You being gaffled, basically. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then remember over there is what? That H. So who's to say it was over that? Mm-hmm. Same thing with Vietnam. Remember they went down to Vietnam. Remember what that opened up. Remember right after Nam, it was a big thing of what? Cocaine.
It's all about the money, man. About.
Yeah, I just want some of that. My thing is this: it'll get to it. It's just gonna be a big fight. People got to stand strong, and the biggest detriment, okay, to the urban community is sellouts. Mm-hmm. Think about it, sellouts. Every situation we talking about, if it wasn't a sellout, whether it be the Quavo thing, whether it be the situation with Kyrie, if your people's if everybody was to stand strong, stand firm, okay, it wouldn't be that situation. And that's stand strong. You see them guys with that blue, all the people with that blue shirt at the front seat. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's standing strong. Hey, that's just going to a game, but that's standing strong.
And I bet you if the Panthers were here, they would have picketed that place for they would have had to have police presence for a long time. Once that happened like that on court side, they would have been protesting. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm
I
not
didn't
even
even
gonna
think
lie.
about that. Yep, you're right, MFC.
I'm not
Yep.
even gonna lie to you. I admire how they stick together. I admire that.
Yeah.
And at
You
some
got to. You
point,
got to do nothing but admire that.
right. That I don't
And
learned a long
they're
time.
not wrong. You know why they're not wrong?
No, they're not.
Because this is the thing, and people got to understand. This is the thing. After crazy ass Hitler, okay, he put them on point, as they say. So that's why now when you have a little situation, they form up like Voltron. Okay, remember Professor Griff when he said there's his little stuff, same type of stuff Kanye's talking. Okay, he did this back in the 80s. They rolled like Voltron. They made his group member Chuck D kick him out of Public Enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's showing power. You know, and how, like I said, how people can show power in hip hop would be to me a lot of these execs, okay, black execs like Master P or Puffy or Baby, start putting, yeah, and you still can put your gangster music out, but make it a medium. Start
Right.
signing some of these groups talking that positivity.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like
I
come on,
agree.
it didn't like they just automatically just stop making music, and that's what I'm doing. That's why I was telling you about Jay Prince. The difference between
Right.
me, I'm not gearing my kid to that. You crazy?
Right.
Fuck out here. My son's 18 years old. He's a fucking records executive. He ain't got no big artist yet, but we ain't putting out music like that.
I'm
He's
gonna
not
tell
putting
you.
out no murder type rap. He's putting out quality music. We even got an R&B artist, TMS. Quality music. We ain't doing all of that craziness, twerking, and all that stuff. No, bringing that love back to music. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Win the cipher.
To make the
Culture
music
Fusion.
timeless.
What?
No,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Think that timeless music, and you could still listen to
Yep.
Teddy
Like Earth, Wind,
Pendergrass,
and Fire,
Earth, Wind,
Daz,
and Fire.
all these, you know,
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a group, MFC. What's that group I
Yeah.
want to ask you about? What's it? Slave. There's a group, Slave. You ever heard of them? Slave?
Yeah, got their music
Yeah,
on the...
Slave is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not
Of
really a big
course.
group like that. I'm like, man, they got some joints. They got some joints. There's a
Remember, a lot of the groups, unfortunately, they didn't have the right managers. And again, like you said before, a lot of these groups, they weren't paid correctly, you know, and they didn't have the business savvy. You know, it's like, if, for example, you know, you have to research. So a lot of people, then this is something that used to happen in the 70s and 80s. They would take say a rapper, and they would say, look, I'll tell you what, we'll put your moms in a house, or we'll get your mom's a washing machine, or whatever. Okay. And you're like, oh yeah, I always want to take care of moms. And they'll sign whatever. But now they're locked into something. They're not getting what they call enough points that's really going to be beneficial, because they didn't do their research. And then they're locked in. And I forgot there was a rapper, that a famous rapper, and he was locked in for 3 years. He couldn't do nothing with nobody. He couldn't collaborate. He couldn't do nothing. So he had to wait for 3 years. And once that contract was done, he was done. And then not only that, they got the mother of the house, but then out of his money, they took it back. They took the money back, you know. So it wasn't like they did that.
Tupac.
They fronted the money, but then they took it, you know, they took it back. So that's the other thing too, is that, you know, oh yeah, they'll put you in great clothes and everything else, but that's coming out of your budget. That's gonna, you know, whatever money you're earning, they're gonna take that back. You know, so if you're not savvy, this is the people that were the producers and whatever, the executives, and that's why these people, even, you know, like I think we were talking about that yesterday, how a lot of these performers, they have to still perform so they can have money, because they didn't have their royalties to their songs and stuff, and some of them still have to do that, you know. And it's, you know, like you know, so now people, this generation, and have done research, like you guys have done your research, but a lot of performers, they don't have that intuition to do the research. So if they don't have, you know what I'm saying? So they don't have that. So that's the advantage. Oh boy.
My battery about to die. But before my battery die, I'm sure my daughter got
Don't
me.
stop saying that, man. This ain't the 80s, man. We don't care about no goddamn battle.
Ooh, y'all see that?
They got charges.
Put
My
on the
daughter.
charger. That's nice. So what's that one?
It's you know that
The NFT.
NFT, yeah, they got real big, but the monkeys. Yeah, so I was in Omaha this weekend, and my daughter got me that for my birthday. She got me that one. She got me this one for the man cave. See, it's LeBron. Oh shit, Jordan LeBron.
Right.
And I'm taking y'all back to childhood on this.
Nice.
What y'all know about this? What y'all know about this
Uh-oh.
one right here? Oh, Sonic, baby. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
And the Wakanda Forever for the man cave.
Man, I still gotta see that movie, man. I'm too pro.
All right,
There you go. You gotta have a
It come out next week.
Forever, yeah.
I know, the new one. I'm talking about the old one. I haven't, man.
Oh.
I'm just busy.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good movie, Jive.
No.
Oh, you're gonna like it. It's worth it.
Yeah,
It's definitely worth saying.
Yeah, sit down with the kids and watch it. It's good. It's good.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna get tapping out. Anybody want to give any words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. Do for self. Build your own. Get with like-minded people and build together. You heard it here.
Right. That's right.
And if you do what you always done, you'll get what you always got.
That's right. And
Exactly.
save a nest egg for the rainy days because things could get crazy. And Arizona minute. Yes, Arizona minute. That's right.
Yep. And everyone be careful out there as it's election day and emotions are running high.
Yeah.
Yes, emotions are running high. What's that guy that shot up that crashed up the place because he couldn't get his flight? What's his name?
Joe Green. Joe Green, you was
that guy. That was John Joseph Green.
John Green. Somebody needs to cash app him. He's locked up somewhere in Utah. He needs some help, man. He's real stressed out.
Hey, Joe, go ahead and send me your cash app. I got you.
Yeah. He's up here. I bet he's up in there stealing people's lunch. You know that. Listen, I came up in here. I had to crash some cars. You gonna run that apple? You know he's in there jacking people's lunch.
Well, he taking the ramen noodles, the whole nine.
You don't want that milk, right? As he's drinking it. You know it's going down.